Am I live yet? Let me see if I am. I guess I am because it says the big red button says stop the broadcast. So I guess I'm live. Hey, Healthy Lockers, how are you? I'm real excited about tonight. Looks like I do have Tabitha on here. Hi, Tabitha. So thanks for joining me. I hope you've come with your questions and with your insight on color. I haven't colored my locks in over, I guess, about 10, 12 years. So I'm looking forward to picking your brain about your success with coloring your locks. I know it's a big topic. Uh, Let me just do some shout outs real quick. My name is Phyllis Johnson. If this is your first time on here, welcome. I'm known as, did I say video lock? I'm known as the video loctician, and this is where you'll come once or twice a month to ask me your most pressing question about your locks and get those questions answered from someone who's been doing locks, actively doing locks for the last 15 years or so. I've had my locks for just as long. So I've seen the whole gamut with, people's lock journey, my lock journey. There's different stages in the locks that your hair will definitely go through. And the longer you have your locks, the more issues you may have with them. So this is where we can come and we can discuss those issues. There's not too many forums where you can do that like this, especially with the video and where I can answer your questions. Let me do this. Let me put the telephone number in, 302 836-3550. Regina Dorfmeyer, if you're on here, girlfriend, when I was setting this stuff up, I just got your picture. So I only got one person's picture in enough time. You guys got to start reading my emails to actually put up here. And that was of Tabitha. And she has some gorgeous locks. I can't wait to show them to you. And I hope that she will call in. Oh, press enter. There's the telephone number, y'all. It's 302, area code 302-836-3550. Don't call in yet. I just want to do some shout outs real quick. So let me start down here. And first, I do need to know, and I don't, Roger. He's upstairs. Okay, I don't have my cell phone on me, and I don't really want to leave. But I need to know if you guys can hear me and see me okay. Just put yes. I can see and hear you okay. I just need it, just from a couple of people to let me know. And there's like a 20 or 30-second delay. So when you call in, please make sure that your computer is turned all the way down, or you're just going to hear background from the delayed responses. Okay, let me see if I'm, okay, yes. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much, guys. My client is usually on here. I don't see her on here, but let me do some shout outs real quick. And I didn't get anything to drink. I may have to get up to do that. All right, Farah, hi everyone. This is my first webinar with Phyllis, and I'm so happy to be here. Farah, I am happy that you are here as well. So everybody say hello to Farah. This is her first time. She's a newbie. Let's see. Hi, Latasha. And guys, you are forgetting. Here we go. I'm going to do this one. So put it in again. Hi, Verlette from New Jersey. That's what I want. Hi, Donna Chapman from Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, these are my old standbys. Thank you, guys. Let me see. Brenda, Latasha from Michigan. Hi, Latasha. Thanks for being on here. Hi, New Jersey, Beverly. Hello, Beverly. Keisha. It's Keisha from South Carolina. Hi, Keisha. Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa from Martin Taylor, Texas. Hello, Vanessa. Tangela. Tangela, you've been on here. You've been with me for a while, I think. Hello from Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Welcome, Tangela. Let me see. Sandy from Dublin, California. I know Sandy with the 2 E's. Katrina. Hi, Phyllis. This is Katrina, Try Pure Henna, a company called, okay, she's giving me some stuff already. And especially for sister locks. Check it out. Okay. All right. I'll be able to save this chat. So, all right, this is what I want from you guys. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me see. Yes to both. Annika, hi Annika, hi everyone. I see and hear you. Okay, wonderful. See, I'm starting to get those in. Katrina from Sterling Heights, Michigan, I believe that is. Clovis, I like that name. Clovis from Albany, Georgia. Hi, Clovis. Melanie Snow. Hi, Melanie from Montgomery, Alabama. All right. All right, so we got a few people on here. Whew. Okay, and so somebody's got their hand raised. Brenda, I think you have your hand raised, and I think what I want to do, if you're okay, I need to just start delving into some of these other options that I have that I'm scared to use. But she looks like she has her hand up, and if anybody wants to actually be shown, haven't done this yet. And if you lose me, just try to come back in. If I lose you, I'll try to come back in. I'm not trying to end the webinar, but this is going to be something new. Brenda has her hand up. She has her hand up there. Claudia from Virginia. Hi, Claudia. So if you want to, I'm going to try it. If you want to talk to me, there should be a button. I don't know where it's going to be on your side for you to push it. And then the camera will go on to you, or I'll be able to put the camera on you and you can talk. So you can call in if you feel safer. That's the safest way. You can call in and I'll answer the phone. I'll start taking the phone calls now. If you have questions about coloring, or first of all, I want to speak to those people who think or believe that they have been having success with their locks, okay, with their locks and with color. I want to talk to you guys first. And Brenda says, I don't have a question. Okay, Brenda, very good. We won't call on you. Hey, Wanda from Maryland. How you doing, girlfriend? And Emily, hi, Phyllis. Emily from Birmingham. Regina from Cleveland. Hey, got it. All right. Yeah, Regina, I saw that coming through while I was putting in my settings and stuff. And I said, I'm not even going to be able to show her pictures. I didn't even see them. I didn't have enough time to click on it. All right. Patricia from LA. Thanks, guys. All right. So the number is 302. I'll put that in again so that shows up. 302 836 3550. The first person I want to call is I want to call is somebody who's has success with locks, and that means that you've been coloring your locks for 3 years or more, maybe 3 years or more, because usually if you're going to have some issues, it's going to be like in year 2 and 3. So if I don't get that, and if you just want to call in and ask a question, you can ask me. Now, as far as color for me, I did early on, and I think everybody does this when they have their locks. You know what I can do now while I'm waiting for that? I think I put a poll up here. Let's see if we can load that. Select a poll. Load it. And here we go. Let's do a poll, y'all. Have you colored your locks in the last 3 years? Yes or no? So I'll wait. Okay, I can see immediate responses. And it's about 35 of you guys on here. I wonder if you guys can see the poll as it's going. This is interesting. It's almost like neck and neck, 50-50. Okay, I think we're done. Please, everybody participate. So have you colored your locks in the last 3 years? I have 50. All right, hold on. All right, let's stop the poll. 52% said no, but 48% said yes. So that's a lot. 48%, that's almost half of you guys have colored your hair. Okay, we're going to end that poll. And let's see, go back to polls. Go back to the room. Go back to the chat. Regina says, thanks, happy you got them. Thanks for the shout out. I only have done a rinse. Verlette said, I've only done a rinse and not a perm. Regina says, never. I'm silver lock queen. Laugh. Yes, you are, Regina. Let me see if I can pull up this other poll. I can't seem to figure out how to get out of this one. Oh, reset poll. Here we go. I just got to read. All right, let's do this one. Let me, for you people who have not colored your locks, here's the question. Do you desire to color your locks? Yes, no, or you're unsure. I got a great sneeze here. All right. Ooh. Excuse me. Wow. Do you desire to color your locks? Yes, no, or you're unsure. Oh, here we go. Make the results public. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't do this last time. Start the poll. Here we go. Now you should see them. This is what I love about this software. I got to start messing around with this stuff. You should be able to see the poll now. Okay. Do you desire? So yeah. So even those people. Okay. Still coming in. Let's give them another 10 seconds or so. Okay. And out of those people, okay, 10% is unsure. 10% are unsure. 10% is unsure. And just a small percentage, 30%, they don't want to color at all. Like now, I kind of want to color, but for the health of my hair, I'm not going to. And 55% says yes. So this is a topic, yes, in the poll that I think we just need to have a conversation on, so that if you are, reset the poll. I think did I have one more question in here? Let's see. All right, yeah, this is an important question as well. So let me click on this one, and that's start the poll. Why do you color? For the guys that color and for the guys who want to color, why do you color? Are you coloring to cover the gray, or you just kind of want to change up your style or add some oomph to your locks? That is the question. Why do you color? And I'm sorry I just gave you those only two options, but I only put this poll up like 15 minutes ago. Cover gray. So a lot of you guys are around my age. Or within that 10-year. I'm 53. So yeah, and we're starting to cover the gray. I got plenty of gray. All right, guys, did I make this public? I'm not sure. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, 60% is saying to cover the gray, 62%, and 38% is saying to change up the style. All right, yeah, a large percentage to cover the gray. All right, that's very interesting. So we're going to end it 65 and 35%. Reset the poll. All right, I did that successfully. I'm getting good with this stuff. All right, I want to talk to you guys. You guys talk to me. And let me tell you, now I have this. I just took this out of one of my trunks in there. And I know probably a lot of you guys use color with the black women on it. And that's okay. We'll talk about that too. I did get an email, and I don't have that here. One girl wanted like that cherry red. And I don't know if she tried it and then it faded to it looked like more like an auburny. But I want to hear some of the questions first, because I definitely have some things that I want to say. And actually, let me get my notebook here and want to add to the tips. So please call in 302-836. You don't have to have had your locks or your colors for 3 years or more. Just call in with your question about color, whether you have them or not, and we can get this conversation started. So that cherry red color. We'll talk about that. And she had also sent in, what was her name? Felicia. Felicia, are you on here? Oh, let me go back to the chat. Okay, great coverage. I wouldn't even bother if it weren't right in the front. Ooh. Yeah, I understand. My gray started here, and then it started to migrate to the front. So I wasn't feeling it when my clients were complaining about the gray coming in, because it wasn't showing up around here. And I think when it shows up around here, it just kind of feel a little older, like real quick. So now I understand, because my gray is starting to come around my hairline, my temples. Okay, so let's see. Let me read some of these comments real quick. Okay, we already read Regina's Verlette. Hi, Marlene from Florida. Latasha, I colored my locks a lot of times. Ended up damaged my hair so bad that I had to cut off my locks. Latasha, I would love a call from you. I have questions for you. Definitely, please call in. Regina, no, let me see. My hair has color since I started my locks. And Sandy, definitely want Sandy to call in, because you guys are a wealth of information. Sandy, color since 2003. Here's the number, 302-836. Write this number down, y'all. 302. Oh, I didn't put it in there. There it is. There's the, did I put it in there? Hold on. Okay, there's the number, 302-836-3550. Yeah, Sandy, please call in. And Latasha, colored a lot of times and had to cut. I want to hear from you guys. Colored lots of times, and this is what we're trying to prevent, having to cut off your locks because of damage. Had to cut. I'm waiting for phone calls. My phone is on. Come on. Katrina, Mihandi Pure Henna is safe, and they have it for sister locks. It will make your hair look rich, and it covers the gray. It is very safe. Mahandi.com. So I'm going to put that down here. Pretty soon I'll be able to go on these. I'll be able to share my screen and go directly to, I can do that now, but I don't want to risk it because I haven't done it before live, and I don't want you guys, I got a bunch of you on here. I don't want to lose you guys. Mahandi.com. Henna. I have my story about henna. I'm sure you guys have heard it, and I'll share it again with you tonight. But here we go. Good evening, Locks, Coils, and Twists. This is Phyllis.
Hey, Phyllis, it's Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. So Sandy, you're the one who colored your hair several times and had to cut your locks completely off?
No, I'm the one who has had color since I started out.
Thank you, Sandy. Sorry about that.
Don't worry.
All right, so, all right, are you locked?
Ask away.
Yes, are you locked?
I'm sorry?
Are you locked?
Yes.
With sister locks or traditional locks?
Sister locks.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, so how soon or when did you color?
Actually, my hair was colored before I started.
Okay.
And then I just continued coloring it. So I've never not had color in my hair.
Wow. So what is your process?
Well.
All right, well, let me ask you this. All right, so when you decided to color, you had color in your hair before you went through the sister lock process, correct?
Right.
Before your installation. And so how soon after your installation did you color your hair?
When it was time for a touch-up. So my process in the early stages was to color it before I got retightened.
Okay, and how often were you getting retightened?
Like 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So then, and I would just always make it a point to have it colored before I got retightened, just because it would kind of loosen up at the, around the frame sometimes.
Right.
And then once my locks were established, it never was an issue.
All right. Now, let me share this with you. This is how I've always suggested people color their hair if they were going to color. Now, and what I would say is, if you're going to color before your installation, and as your new growth comes in, touch up your new growth. Now, let me ask you, do you ever touch up along the length of your locks as well?
Oh, yeah, because the color that I had when I started is completely different from what I have now.
Wow. Okay. And so what is your maintenance routine like? What are you doing to take care of your hair?
I don't think I do anything special. I mean, I think mainly when I get it colored, it's just really key to make sure you rinse it all out.
Very good.
If you don't, then the process can continue.
That is correct.
You'll notice that like the locks will thin out in spaces. I've had that happen.
Yes.
It's just a warning to me that I need to be more diligent about making sure that all the color is rinsed out. And then one of my rituals after I color is I do steam it.
Okay.
I do that. That's always a follow-up.
All right. So how are you doing? Are you doing that at home, or are you having that done at the salon?
Well, initially I was letting a professional do it, but then they never seemed to get the color that I wanted. So I was always able out of the box to get the color that I wanted to achieve. So once I got to that point, I just started doing the maintenance. Well, not me. Actually, my husband does my maintenance. So yeah. So he, when I was trying to do it myself, he would watch me and he was like, "Oh, you're missing spots." And so then
Yeah.
he just took over doing the touching up. And I will. And my hair is red, so red like bleeds like crazy.
Yes.
So if you wanted to keep it fresh, then that requires a little bit more work. And what I was doing in between is I would just touch up my new growth, because now that I'm getting gray,
Yeah.
I touch up my new growth with the box color, and then like I would use something like Manic Panic or something like that for the length of my locks. But maybe every 4 to 6 months, I would do my whole entire head
Okay.
box color.
All right. Wonderful. So these are excellent, excellent tips. So you feel like your locks are still pretty much, for what you've been doing as far as the color, you feel like your locks are pretty healthy.
Oh, I think they look awesome. I mean, that's easy to say, right? You can't see them, but yeah, I think they look awesome.
All right. What about breakage? Have you ever experienced any breakage?
No, I haven't actually.
And what about at the tips? Are your tips opening up, or they're still pretty closed?
Yeah, but that never bothered me.
Okay.
Like they have that little curly Q thing on.
Right. Yes.
That never bothered me.
Okay. All right. And what kind of, do you condition?
Yes, I do.
How often?
Pretty much every time. After like when I shampoo and wash, I do. Yeah.
Okay. And do you put anything on your scalp? I mean, what's your regimen like? You don't do pretty much anything to your hair?
I do put I make my own like shea butters and things like that. So I do like some every so often on my scalp. And then the conditioning portion of it, I'll do like a deep conditioner. It's kind of intuitive. I just do it when I need it.
All right, very good. And I'm sure somebody's going to want to know, what brand are you using to color to get that gorgeous red?
L'Oreal High Red is the best to me.
Okay. All right. L'Oreal High Red, guys. You heard it here from Sandy, the expert in coloring her sister locks since 2003. I need some pictures, Sandy.
I'm going to have to dig some because I don't have pictures, but I will definitely get some to you.
All right. Now, if you give them to me, I want to be able to showcase them. Is that going to be okay?
I know. So that means now I have to style my hair.
I know. I'm the same way now. I don't want to do that. It's like if I go somewhere, I went somewhere yesterday and I wanted to curl my hair and I didn't. All right. So, because what I plan on doing on videoloctician.com is have a whole page dedicated with some great tips that you guys gonna be able to benefit from. And this helps a lot. All right, very good. Thank you so much for calling in. You have any questions for me?
I don't, but thank you for doing this. This was a great forum.
All right, thank you. Have a great night.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye. All right, guys, that was wonderful. She gave you some great tips. And if you have tips in here, if you're not calling in to share them, please write them here, because this is stuff that I'm going to use. I'm going to dedicate a whole page, like at the top of the page where they have the tabs, and I'm going to make a page for coloring. I'm going to make a page for clarifying. I'm going to make a page for cutting your locks. So I'm just going to segment my website off a little better so you can get the information you need without having to keep scrolling down, because it is a blog and the most recent thing shows up at the top. But I'm going to start to have dedicated pages for some of the issues that you guys are having, so that you can get the information really, really quick, and it's going to be updated information, and it's going to come from the broadcast and things like that. So I really appreciate your input, especially if you're having some success. So Sandy shared a lot of great things, and these are things that I've been talking about since I've been doing the broadcast. And for me, I found that the best way, just over the years and just through the clients that have colored their locks that sit in my chair, and I tell them during the consultation before they get their installation, if you want to maintain your color, or if you want to color your hair, please do that before you come in and get your installation. And as your new growth grows out, you want to touch up the new growth before you come, and then I'll tighten it up. That way, and it's a couple of reasons why I say that, because of the nature of locked hair, that hair is very tightly meshed, or will become tightly meshed during the locking process as your locks mature. And it's going to be very difficult for the dye is not, the color is not designed to, it's designed to penetrate the hair, but it's the directions are for loose hair, whether it's Caucasian hair or whatever, ethnic hair, whatever. It's for loose hair. But our hair is very tightly meshed, so a lot of times we don't get the color results we want because the dye or the color is not able to penetrate as freely as if it were loose hair. That's why. So a lot of times you feel like you either have to go a couple of shades lighter to get the color that you want if you're doing it on hair that's locked already. So if you're dealing with the loose hair before you lock the hair, or just with the new growth as your hair grows out, you'll get a better color application of the hair before it's actually retightened. And I hope that makes sense to you. But if you already have your locks, you just really have to be careful. And I'm going to give you some other tips. But if you let me share this with you. One of the things, even with your locks, and especially if you've had your locks for a few years, and if you want to color the whole length of your locks, one of the things that would benefit you tremendously is to do some type of clarifying of your locks, because you're always going to have some type of residue or oil buildup within your locks, even though it doesn't feel like it, or it doesn't seem like it is. And I didn't think I had a lot of buildup in my locks, but I did, because after I started using my clarifying shampoo bars, they are very effective. And as I was squeezing my hair, I saw it was brown going down into the sink several times, several shampoos of doing that on different occasions. But it seemed like my locks even got brighter, because it didn't have all that oil in there. So my locks got brighter, my locks seemed lighter. And then if you were going to color your hair, make sure you get all the excess oils and residues out. You'll have a better application of the color. All right, so let's see. I'm going to read some of the stuff we got going on here, if I can. Somebody says I frost my hair. What does that mean? Are you streaking it? Okay, so Mahandi, L'Oreal gray coverage to color my roots only. So Beverly uses the L'Oreal too. Gray coverage, I wouldn't even bother if it weren't right in the front. Okay. Oh gosh, I need glasses, y'all. I will be hiding my gray hair. I am, I'm that vain. Oh, I can't, I use color to hide lint only. Now I stopped, and I'm just letting the beauty of the gray take over. All right, Beverly, very good, girlfriend. So am I. I use Clairol and have not had any problems. Tabitha, I want you to call me next, because I have pictures. I can show your pictures, girlfriend. Ladies, try using coconut oil, olive oil, castor oil, lavender essence oil on your hair, and then wash. Amazing. Your hair will never be dry again. Trust me. And Beverly, all those things you said are right in my lock love. So yes, I trust you. All right, hold on. Wanda Wallace. Good evening, locks, coils, and twists. Is this Wanda?
Yeah.
Hey, Wanda, how you doing?
Fine. I'm the one that frosts. And what I mean by frosting, that I don't put color throughout my whole entire hair. It's a streak.
Okay, so are you using the color for that, or is it actually a frosting product?
I use color.
Oh, okay.
I use Miss Clairol's texture, and I use like blonde, and when I use blonde, it gives my hair a different color, like a brownish blonde.
Right.
And this time, I mixed it with blonde and red. Red is in the back, and blonde is in the front.
Do you like it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How come you didn't send me pictures?
Oh, okay, I will. You know what I do is I do my color every 6 to 7 months.
Very good. Okay, that's what I like to hear too. Okay, so
use your oil.
Good.
In my scalp, and I use your shampoo, but I think I need to order some clarifying shampoo.
You haven't used that yet?
I used the samples that you sent me.
That's not enough, girlfriend.
No, I know. I just tried it one time, so I said I need to order.
Yeah, I think I will be putting those on sale probably within probably next week sometime. So I just made a bunch, and I still haven't really launched those appropriately yet. I've just put them up on the site, and we kind of talk about them every now and then, but they're really good. So how long have you been coloring, Wanda, or frosting?
before I had the lock, and then I've been coloring ever since my hair's been long.
Okay, but all right. So you're saying frosting. I like to say highlighting. So and this is okay. So this right. This is the other thing that I recommend when people color, especially if you want your locks to stay as healthy as possible. Don't risk your whole entire head with coloring your hair, especially if you don't know what the results are going to be with the locks. Just try highlighting, and highlighting is going to give you that oomph. Yeah, that umph of color. The other thing is you can just highlight your tips, so therefore if you get shedding or breakage, it'll be there and not, not during throughout the length of your locks.
Right. And that's what I have. My hair is different colors.
Yeah.
It's just throughout and stuff. And I know people pull me to the side and say they like the way my hair color is. I don't do it. My loctician does it. My sister's loctician does it.
Oh, okay. All right. And so is she a cosmetologist or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
But she's also a loctician, so she knows how to color it, when to color, and tell me how to take care of it. But I've been always taking care of it using, shampoo and using the oil and the conditioner spray.
Okay, very good. So your condition.
All your products.
Well, thank you, Wanda. Thank you very much. And so you're able to keep it conditioned very well in between your shampoos, retightening, and your coloring. Yes.
Yeah.
Good girl. Wonderful. Thank you so much for calling in. Did you have another question or comment?
No, because that's the question I wanted to say is that I have experienced what they call it, that you were talking about, the oil, and you see the little things in between your hair. What did you call it? Build up?
Yeah, build up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I have to use the clarifying.
Yeah, try to clarify, but that also might be lint. You don't think it's lint?
No, she said oil.
Okay, yeah. And this is, I probably should have recorded my results with that clarifying shampoo. But even just recently, so I don't use it. I was using it too much because I was trying to, test it out and everything. And my locks really got dry. So I just stopped using it. But I used it again last week. And what happens is once you shampoo, you're gonna lather up with it. That lather is gonna have a good lather, but if you have oil buildup in your hair, it's gonna literally disappear in your locks. Okay. So I had a lot of lather up here where my hair was looser, but almost like from my ears all the way down, it's like I didn't have any lather, like it disappeared. And as I started rinsing the hair out, just swirls of brown, just swirls of it was going down the drain. And you may see that as well. So that meant that I had buildup of oil and stuff in my hair, So,
okay.
if nobody, go ahead.
The oil that I've been using is, like I said, I use your product. I might be putting too much lock rub in my hair and putting it on my hair instead of, like just barely touching it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it should be a just barely touching, girlfriend. Yes.
Right.
Because I use I did more. Yeah, I use very good ingredients, and as long as you're so the key is to moisturize first and just a little bit of oil to cover your locks. Yeah, you might be using too much.
That's what I think I did. I overdid it.
Yeah, you ain't the only one. We're kind of used to using just too much of product, and your hair can only absorb so much, right?
Yeah.
And then the rest is buildup. It's like wasted products.
Right.
Okay.
Okay then.
All right, girlfriend. Thanks so much for calling in. Good hearing from you.
The same here.
All right. Bye-bye. Tabitha, call me, girlfriend. Let's see. Henna doesn't color my gray. These are some tough heifers. That's Yvette. Yes, with henna, girlfriend, it's a excuse me. It gives you conditioning coverage. Okay, it'll make your color look more rich and maybe a little bit more natural sheen. But you're not going to get the coverage that you want if you do a permanent color. All right. This is Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha, how are you?
Hello.
Are you nervous?
No, okay.
All right, good girl. Can I show your pictures?
Yes.
Because they're beautiful and you are beautiful. Did you get my email?
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, darling. All All right, hold on for just a sec. Let me see if I can pull them up. All right, I think if I put these up, I don't know if it's going to cover up the whole screen or it might stay over to the side. So when I put the pictures up, you might lose the chat. So if I forget to put the chat back on, you guys let me know. So let me do select offers, Tabitha.
Okay.
All right, load. Uh-oh. Can you guys see it? Did I load it? Oh, display offer. All right, here we go. There's Tabitha. Tabitha, let me know when you can see it.
I see it.
All right, so it shows up right away. You are gorgeous.
Thank you. You are kind.
And look, I didn't even think that these were pipe cleaner curls until you said something. I just kind of thought you twisted them. So you're doing an excellent job with the pipe cleaner curls.
Loving it.
All right. And you know, the one that didn't show up where I wanted to show up, you kind of sent that a little separate, was the one where you showed where your hair was straight. So I apologize. I wanted to put that one up there, but it didn't show up for whatever reason. So guys, this is Tabitha, and you have freaking blonde locks. How long?
I have, let's see. I've had my locks, she started my locks 6 years ago.
Now, what kind of locks are these? Are these traditional locks or are these sister locks?
Those are traditional.
That's what I thought.
My hair, but you put them as small as you could without making me a sister lock because my hair was so thick at the time.
Hold up, I did your hair?
You started my locks, love, 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly 6 years ago. Exactly this time 6 years ago.
Oh my gosh, and I didn't remember at all.
Shame.
I know.
Your hair.
I'm mortified. Now, where did you come from? Did you travel, or are you here in Delaware?
I'm local. I'm in Delaware.
Tabitha, my goodness, 6 years ago. Well, I don't even do the traditional locks anymore.
I know. I think I was your last.
Oh my goodness. Well, I apologize.
You made them as small as you could. We were talking about the locks, but you said, "Girl, it would take me weeks to get your stuff in. I'm not messing with you."
Well, I tell you, I know what I don't want to do, right? All right. Well, listen, your locks are. You got to come over here and get some jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll give you a few pieces for free since I forgot who you were. All right. So listen. So how long have you been doing the blonde?
I've been doing the shades of blonde. I know you said you had some trouble with getting the other picture up, but the one with my hair is straight so you can see the layers.
Yes, I saw that. I think it's nice. I think it's very natural looking.
So, and that's what I wanted. And it's just something I wanted to test out.
Okay.
And I probably color maybe every 6 or 7 months.
Okay, very good.
You know, I don't do it regular.
Okay.
Just kind of let it take it slow.
Right.
And the way I started getting the different shades was because honestly, I wasn't coloring regularly, so I forgot the color I was using.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is the thing. All right, we got to start being smart with our smartphones. And whenever you buy something that you like, just take a picture of it so you'll have it.
Now, so I finally had to, you know, like you said, take a picture or buy extras of it. And I go, oh, that's the color.
Yeah.
And when summer came in one time, and I was like, oh, make it a little lighter. So I started playing around with the shades a little bit.
Right.
You know, and this is where I am.
All right, let me ask you because it's a very nice color on you. Complements your complexion very well. All right, a few questions. What brand are you using to get this? What color was your original hair, and what brand are you using now?
My original color, I'm a dark brown. So even at the tips, that was even my color. I colored my entire head the first time.
Okay.
And all the way to the end. It probably took 3 boxes.
Right.
4 boxes. I used Clairol.
Okay.
And it was chestnut brown, that end. And I have slowly gotten into the, let me pull out the box, honey blonde. That's where I am now.
Okay, yeah, so that's where you are now. Now, so how many years now? How many years of coloring for you?
2.5, 3 years of coloring. but I've colored probably, look at this, 4 times over that period. I don't color regularly.
Okay.
Every 6 or 7 months. That's what I do.
All right. So, and what are you doing to maintain?
Look, it stays on me. I don't have a lot of problems with the fading. I tie my hair up every night.
Okay.
We go, always. So I don't have lint issues. My hair's not dry. I still use your oils on my scalp.
Okay. What oils do you use?
Let me pull it out.
All right, darling.
Let's see, hold on. Let me find it.
Is it the one with the pump or the one with the dropper?
The dropper.
So you use the ooh oil.
The ooh, yep. And then I also have the Musk Habit.
Oh my girl, you gotta throw that away. That's
no, that's my good stuff.
How do you still have that? I haven't made that in years.
I mean, it still works.
It doesn't smell terrible to you?
No, it's beautiful.
All right, guys, testimonial. She's got a oil of mine that I haven't made available for years. So you have one of my original oils, the Musk Habit. Oh my goodness, girl.
I do. I do use it, and I can't remember who had posted up there. But she said about coconut oil and lavender.
Right.
I do that as well.
Okay, very good.
Yeah. So my hair, I don't have a drying at all. I haven't. I've had very, very little breakage, and it didn't come from color. I haven't had any since my breakage started beforehand, and that was dealing, with life.
Okay, all right. So stress, that'll break your hair off too. All right, so I'm just, all I'm going to say is, yes, you have very good, amazing results. Hold on, let me show one more picture here. Let me remove this one. And you have the twist out here. Got to put that one on it because it's gorgeous.
And that first one, I just pull the rods out.
Yeah, look at this, gang. This is absolutely gorgeous. So how long have you been doing the pipe cleaner locks, or the spring locks?
Spring locks probably from your first video when you started.
Okay, so you had the video.
Yes, I have the video.
That's why they look so gorgeous. All right, yes, this is gorgeous. All right, now, do you moisturize them at all? Do you use the mist at all?
I do use a mist.
Okay, all right. As long as you're using something to keep the moisture content up and that's working for you, that's awesome. All right, so now this is the thing. I'm gonna share this with you. You might just want to do a little bit more conditioning, a little bit more moisture, because usually at year 2.5, 3, that's when people start to see the results of if they're going to have damage. That's when it's going to happen. Your locks look extremely healthy. That's a beautiful color on you, but you have lifted your color up a lot, several shades from your original color. So plus you have length. So just keep an eye out, what the signs to look for. If you have some damage within the length of your lock, it's going to be like the hair has straightened out. You're going to have like a straight section with just strands in there. If that's happening, then one of the repair things that you can do is just try to wrap your hair around so it forms a knot and put a knot in that area and just kind of twirl it in between your fingers. And that will help. Yeah. So if you ever have any issues, please, you're local, give me a call and we can talk about it.
Yeah, I haven't noticed any of that, but I need to come see you anyway. It's been way too long.
All right, well, we'll talk about that, but definitely come for the jewelry.
But you've trained me well.
Okay, well, good. And you follow the instructions well, and as a result, you have long length, blonde locks, and they look incredible.
It's your hair, girl. Thank you.
Thanks, sweetie.
Train me well.
All right, girlfriend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tabitha. Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful evening.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I got goosebumps. Wow, she is gorgeous, and her locks. All right, I'm going to take this down and see what we got going on in the chat. Thanks, Tabitha. You were great. All right. She's local. Where can I get the clarifying shampoo bars? That's going to be at videoloctician.com. Let me see if I can put a link in here. Lots of good stuff for your locks there, guys. My heart and soul at videoloctician.com. Videoloctician.com. Let's see if that shows up as a link. I don't know, did it? Yeah, you should be able to click on that. But stay with us a while. We got a few more minutes going on 10 o'clock. Yes, beautiful tab. The people are saying, yes, your locks are absolutely beautiful. Yep, a lot of beautiful. Yes, I can see it. Yes, very pretty. All right, I want somebody to all right, here's Katrina. Katrina, you want to give me a call, sweetie? She says, I found out henna colors the gray, a red copper color. If you want black, you will order indigo. If you want a light color, it will be Cassius. I don't know. Check out the website. You can call them and they will advise you. Wow, this is a lot of good information. Katrina, give me a call, girlfriend. 302-836-3550. Lawana, do your ACV rinse in between times you are coloring. Sharon, let me say this. Y'all can do that stinky rinse if you want to. The shampoo bars work very great to clarify your locks, and they don't stink. They have the apple cider vinegar in there. They have the baking soda in there. Okay, it's all within a very easy to use, convenient shampoo bar that smells wonderful. All right. All right, let's see who this is. Good evening, Locks, Coils, and Twists. This is Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. How are you?
I'm well. I can hear me in the background, so turn down your computer, sweetheart.
Yep, I turned it on. Can you still hear you?
I can hear. No, I can hear you now. Who's calling me?
This is Katrina.
Hi, Katrina. Thanks for calling, sweetheart. Are you using henna?
You know what? I used to do my hair very light, like Tabitha.
Okay.
And I just decided when I got sister locks, I just really wanted to be really that healthy locker.
Okay.
And I started looking up henna. And they have this henna called Handy.
Okay.
And I had no idea that every henna is not necessarily pure.
Okay.
You have to go and buy henna. You have to literally order this henna, and they actually test it through a lab to make sure it's 100% proof.
Okay.
And they have a lady on there who has the absolute gorgeous, silkiest sister locks you ever saw.
Okay.
So I'm encouraging everybody to go on the website. And on the website, I learned different ways. If you want lighter locks, you can get that. If you want jet black, you can have that. Whatever it is that you want, and they can advise you. And it's different tricks to the trade. And they say people have been doing this for centuries.
Okay, so this is the Mahandi, Mahandi.com?
MEHANDI.com.
Okay. You know what? Look, thank you very much. I'm sure they're going to get a lot of people from this broadcast go over there. I'm even going to go over there because I like in my younger years, I was the Auburny color, like forever until I started locking.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to look into that. And let me share my experience real quick. I don't know if you heard it before, but excuse me, I really need to get something to drink. My first experience with henna was not good. And I probably didn't have a high quality henna like what you're talking about now. And when I was trying to rinse it out, it was very hard to do. And when you kind of make it into a paste, right?
Yeah, but they have some they call it for African hair, and they made a thinner where it's easier to wash out.
Okay, so that was my issue. It was like I was putting just a whole bunch, like a mud pack, on my locks, and it took me forever to rinse it out. And I still felt like I didn't get it rinsed out good because for the 2 weeks following that, I had like plant materials falling out of my hair, all in on my pillow, all on the collars of my shirt. It was just awful. I thought it was just awful. And so just imagine trying to get mud out of your locks, and that's how it was for me.
Yeah.
All right, so this is good news to.
Twice, and I really do like it. And on Mondays they actually have a discount, so whoever might even think they want to try it, just go check out tonight. So on Monday, if you do call, they'll give you a discount.
Okay, you should be an affiliate so you can get a little piece of the action, girlfriend. You should see if they have a program or something. All right, but yeah, I mean, if it's something that I guess I'll try it on my hair. I would rather use the henna because it's not chemical based. It's more of a natural product, and if you're going to get any kind of color change, and the color change isn't going to be that significant, right? Or will it be?
Well, you know what? If the person is gray, it's actually very beautiful.
Okay.
Because I actually started out with color with my sister lock, so I kind of put henna over my color.
Okay.
I did like a beautiful red copper.
But don't they say you're not supposed to put henna over color?
This henna, like I said, it's pure and it's natural and it's really safe.
Okay.
And it's no, as a matter of fact, it said it's naturally conditioned. If a person had ringworms, anything in here, any kind of condition with their scalp is actually good for that as well.
All right. I'm going to say this is the A1 plus tip for the evening from Katrina. And she's recommending Mahandi, if I'm saying that right, mahandi.com. Go there if you want to try the henna as an alternative to chemical coloring. I would say go ahead and at least give it a try. All right, girlfriend, you got any questions and stuff for me?
No, other than this, when I was going to get my reflight, I would see people in my lactician's chair and their crown was all thinned out and a lot of their sides. I never asked her, why is that? And she was saying because they were just damaging their hair from that color.
Yeah. All right, listen.
I was telling her about that, as well, to help them out.
Yeah. All right, very good. Listen, now, Katrina, is your last name Yet?
Yep.
Girl. All right, listen. Your next, we just had some conversation. Your next order, okay? Your next order, please write me a note, and I want you to get anything out of the line for one item for free, okay?
Okay, I just sent your order.
What you was asking me about the rings, right? No, that wasn't you.
No, but I just sent your order, actually. I think it was today.
Yeah. All right, listen. You sure did. What do you want? I'll put something extra in there for you.
I'll take that little blue, the blue sapphire little, what is that, the little hair ornament?
The lock jewelry?
Yeah.
All right, the sapphire one?
Yeah.
Blue sapphire for Katrina Yet. Yes. Thank you so much, girlfriend.
Thank you.
You have any more questions for me while you're on the phone?
No, just appreciate you.
I appreciate you. My goodness. All right, girlfriend. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. I got to remember that. I'm putting it in a circle here. All right, Katrina. She gets a free lock jewelry. All right. That's a good segue. If you don't know, guys, I'm having another sale with free shipping, $45 or more. You can get free shipping. You got to use the code BLING2016. All that information is over at videoloctician.com. Also, the other thing, I traveled to Philadelphia yesterday. I went to a FLOW meeting, and FLOW stands for Family, Legacy, Opportunity, and Wealth. It's a new company that's come on the market in November, and they have created products, teas, lemonade, a scalp serum for thinning hair and hairlines. It's growing the edges back, and where you're having alopecia and hair thinning issues. Products that contain the DHT, which is a DHT blocker, which is preventing us as we get older from growing our hair. There's some changes that are going on in our bodies when we mature, and things are happening where it's preventing the healthy growth of your hair. So they have products that do that: lemonades, teas, a wonderful biotin pill, and it's the stuff back here, and the Grow Elixir. The Grow Elixir and the lemonade product, they cannot keep on the shelf. I have like 3 of each back here. I've been using the products, and I'm going to show you. Like my husband even said, he said, when are you getting, he's never asked me, he said, when are you getting your hair retightened? I said, why? He said, because you like a little fuzzy. And I was like, my goodness. So yes, I've been noticing a lot of fuzz here, but also here, this has always been a weak area in my temples here. Okay, so, all right, I'll just show this side. I'm seeing things backwards here. But here is a lock. And you can see where I kind of started some hair here. Now, this was before I started taking the product. It's very thin. But as I get closer down here, it has thickened up tremendously. The new growth in the hair that's coming in here is coming in. And it's not that, my hair is very, very fine and very, very soft. So it just feels like it's just a little tougher. And then I was able, like I could never keep locks in these 2 places. And I have locks growing in. Okay, they're actually staying in because the hair is like, it's like a little stronger and tougher. So that's my, and my nails. Can you see them? My nails. I just had to cut off my thumbs because I was making a whole bunch of jewelry and I couldn't pick up. I'm not used to having nails this long, but they are just gorgeous. I don't know. Can you see them? Yeah. Nice and strong. So a lot of collagen in the products. Now, the other thing that I felt like I was missing in my product line, and because I'm experiencing the thinning and the thinning around the hairline, I think because of my age, because I've always had the very healthy locks. Um, I was looking to expand my product line by making an oil for that. And actually, the ooh oil has very good ingredients in there to help with that, but something more specific for hair growth and hair thinning. Well, this company has come out with that stuff. I'm just going to piggyback off of them because as I looked and researched and looked at the ingredients, it was the same ingredients that I had already been researching and kind of checked off. Or these are things that I wanted in my product line. Things like biotin, things like MSM. I have MSM in my in this one here. And MSM is a big, long name, but what it is the organic sulfur. And you have to have that, and it works very good with the keratin and all that kind of stuff to produce healthy, growing, and strong hair, okay? If you remember that the sulfur 8, sulfur is very good for hair growth. So biotin, sulfur, MSM, horsetail, I can't really think. I don't even have the products here. But if you go on my website, there's information on that too. So the name of the company is Flow Industry, and there are some things on my website where you can get more information. Okay. Very good. So these are products, and this is what I totally believe in this, products that you ingest, that you drink, that it helps you, it works in your body synergistically, and that will produce healthy hair growth from the inside out. And that's the best thing. So we can do things topically, but we can also do things internally, and the internal stuff is the best stuff. All right. So I've partnered with them, and it was just such a good fit. And I'm loving the teas, and that's what I should be drinking right now. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. It's 10 o'clock, y'all. So we're not going to stay on here too much longer. Tabitha, okay, we're still talking about Tabitha there. My screen is frozen. Absolutely love the shampoo bars. Thanks, Tiffany. The picture is still up. Okay. Clarifying bars are wonderful. I'm on your site now. First time. I ordered that now. Lawana. Thanks, Lawana. And listen, guys, especially for your first timers, maybe you may not realize this. You can call me anytime. If you have any questions, I encourage you to do that. Now, a lot of times, you know, I got to clear off my voicemail. My voicemail gets clogged up, and I have to clear that off. But if you leave a message, I'll get back with you, Phyllis. But the best way is on my website through that big red button that says leave Phyllis a voice message. And you can leave a voice message, record your message. I'll get it. I'll record a message for you. That's the absolute best way. Verlette, Phyllis says, Phyllis, are you coming to the hair show in Philly in May? I used to vend. I probably, if I find out, if you could send me a link, that would be great. I don't know if I'll be there to sell, but I like going to places like that. So there's a good chance you'll see me there. Or if I can talk to them, if I can do a class, I'd rather do a class. I like doing these educational classes where we're talking and learning and teaching about the proper hair care for your locks. I love doing things like that now. So if you're having things and you want me to come out, let me know. I want to try to do more of that stuff in 2016. Ladies, also, if you are entering menopause and having thin hair, try silica. Silica was the other ingredient, y'all, okay? So yes, very good. It's also beneficial for the nails, okay? So yes, you're absolutely right. Who's that, Beverly? Beverly knows all this stuff. If you're into natural stuff, you're going to do a lot of stuff. It tastes awful. Well, my stuff doesn't taste awful. The teas are actually very good. Which of your current products has MSM? That would be the my label's off. The Ultimate Mist that has MSM in it. You get silica at the health food stores. Get the multi-pack and try them. Why are the best options for acquiring electrician license? What are the best options for acquiring? Are you saying loctician license? Rihanna, give me a call if you have a question about that. I can answer that for you. Do you research or ask the people at the store? I like your untightened look. Are you talking about me, Beverly? I'm just going over some of the questions. How often should you use the clarifying shampoo bars? All right, I got to answer that. Good evening, locks, coils, and twists. This is Phyllis. Oh, hold on. Speaker. Good evening, locks, coils, and twists. This is Phyllis. Hello. All right, call me back. I hung up. Sorry. I don't know who that was. Sorry about that. Pat says, Phyllis, please make some naked luxury face and body bars. Okay, I will. I have somebody, people are threatening me now because I haven't made that. Like you said, I'm going to make it. So yes, my naked body bars are very, very good. They're very luxurious, but I have to cook those. And I can only make a little bit at a time. So yes, I'll do that, and I'll have some type of event around those. Oh boy, y'all gonna make me work. Okay, but that's the request from Pat. Well, I can do that, Pat. All right, let's try this again. Let me do it on this phone. Uh-oh. Good evening, locks, coils, and twists. This is Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. This is Latasha.
Hi, Latasha. How are you? Did you have a question or comment for me?
I was the one that cut all my hair off due to hair damage from coloring.
Okay. How are you wearing your hair now, Latasha?
It's the short, faded cut.
Okay, so you're completely out of your locks.
Yeah.
How long did you have your locks?
It was almost 4 years.
And what did you have, sister locks?
Yeah.
Okay, and so when did you start coloring? Before you got them installed or after?
Before and after.
Okay. And so why do you feel they were damaged? What was happening? What was going on?
A lot felt so stiff that it looked like it wasn't absorbing any moisture from conditioner or oil.
All right, so they were very dry.
Yeah.
Almost like straw.
Yes, it was like straw.
Yeah. What kind of color change were you trying to get? Did you go real light with them?
I was mainly dyeing them red.
Okay. Let me ask you something about the red, because I know, let me say this, because when you see these colors, you please, you guys have to keep in mind, excuse me, when you see these colors on the boxes, a lot of that has just been enhanced by what they do with the photo stuff, Photoshop or whatever, for them to get those really rich colors. The other thing is, like, I had somebody send me pictures and she said that she wanted to achieve that, like that cherry red look. But the pictures she sent, to me, the women look like they had wigs and weaves. Okay. So of course they're going to be able to achieve those really rich colors like that. Also, when you go with the red, that red fades considerably and it's all over the place. Was that the case with you, Latasha?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it actually turns into like an auburny orangey kind of color. Or was it something else for you?
It was an auburn orange color.
Yeah, yeah. I have a client now. She looks absolutely gorgeous with that cherry. It's that dark cherry red, and she kind of wears the lipstick, the matted lipstick to match, and she looks gorgeous. And she's dark complected. It looks wonderful on her. But she has very fine hair, and we were talking about the color. So now she has let that. She didn't want to color again until like summertime, but that color has totally turned like a brassy orange.
Oh.
Yeah. And so we're going to have to really be careful with her, because she doesn't want to let go of the red color because it looks so good on her. All right. So she just really feels like her locks are drab now. So your locks got very, very dry. How long were they?
It was down, I want to say past my back, down to my back.
And so was it damaged? Were you getting like the stringy look, like in the middle of your lock somewhere?
Yes, and towards the end.
And towards the end. It sounds like, and I forget who I talked to. It sounds like you weren't rinsing that well. Were you doing it yourself, or was you having it professionally done?
I tell my sister like her so do it.
Okay, is she a cosmetologist? I mean, does she experience with color or not really?
No, she's only sister like counseling.
Okay, all right. So look, we have to be careful with that too. We can't just let anybody do her hair. First of all, many of the Sister Lock consultants aren't qualified to be doing any kind of chemical treatment at all. And if you can find a cosmetologist who can do a great job with hair, but it's a whole different animal with the locks because of how meshed the hair is. but you really have to get somebody who knows what they're doing with the color and will and know enough to consider how our locks are. If you don't do this, then yes, probably a lot of things you weren't doing or she wasn't doing correctly. The main thing is not shampooing the hair long enough, not rinsing the hair long enough to make sure all that chemical is out. You have to use the neutralizing shampoo that's with the color. But a lot of times, if you have locks, that's not even going to be enough neutralizing shampoo to wash your whole head. You're just going to need a lot of it, and that stops that chemical process. If that is not stopped, that process will continue, and you won't see the damage until, you know, a year or two down the road.
Yeah.
Okay. And that sounds like that's what happened to you, unfortunately, where you felt like you had to cut off all your locks.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times, even when it gets to that stage, it won't even curl too much that well either, will it?
No, it wouldn't hold curl.
Yeah. Yeah. So you just really had damaged hair. All right. So what are you going to do? Are you going to get your locks back in, or are you just going to be natural for a while, or what?
I'll be natural for a while till my hair grow back out, and then get locks to put back in.
You going to do sister locks? Or you going to do regular locks?
All right, sister locks.
All right, girlfriend. Well, I appreciate you calling in and sharing that story. Did you have a lot of good pictures before you got rid of your locks?
I did. I was a ham.
You were what?
I was a ham with the camera.
Oh, a ham. Okay. All right. Something else I wanted to ask you. Now, let me ask you this, because you kind of sound sad about the whole story. Did it really make you really sad, that whole process?
No, it made me angry because it means I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah. And then you were asking somebody else who really probably didn't have enough information to do what they were doing. And a lot of us fall into that. Okay, so we just have to, and that's why I say, you know, and what happened with you, you risked all your healthy hair for the sake of color. So just know that color is not for everybody. If you want to do it, just kind of, go into it, just a little bit at a time, see how it's going to do. Start with the tips, or start with highlighting or frosting, as Wanda said, and see how your locks respond to that, and then move forward if you want more significant color for next time. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Dawn, you got any more questions for me?
What to do to keep my hair healthy for locking?
All right. This is what I recommend. You can, and is your hair short now?
Yes.
All right. So daily hair massages, head or scalp massages. Use the ooh oil for that. Because it has the peppermint and some other things, and then the rosemary is really good. So it's going to help stimulate the follicles. The products from that Flow company that I was telling you about is going to be very good, and that's to help with faster hair growth. Okay, a lot of people are getting faster hair growth, and also good skin and the nails with that as well. And just stay away from the chemicals. Okay. Now, are you doing how long is your hair?
It's like a fade.
Okay, so you got to fade it out. Okay. All right. Do you have any bald spots or scalp issues going on?
A dry, itchy scalp.
Okay. Do you have my ooh oil?
No.
All right. That's what I would recommend then, sweetheart.
Okay.
All right. Because if you keep digging in your hair and scratching your hair, you're gonna create some weak areas with the hair that's coming in as well.
Oh.
All right. So get that under control. If you really feel like it's significant, you might want to see a dermatologist and make sure that you don't have any fungal or any other issues going on with your scalp.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Any other questions for me?
Oh, no. Thank you, Phyllis.
All right. You're so welcome. And I appreciate you calling in, sweetie, and sharing that.
Okay.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Wonderful. Lawana, I'm on your site now. Interesting in this new product. Yeah, y'all just touch bases with me. Y'all can call me after the broadcast. I'm ready to go. How often should you use the I want to answer. Sandy asking, how often should you use the clarifying shampoo bars? As often as you need to until you think your locks, until that water's running clear. So, it's a treatment bar. So I tell people, you want to use it maybe. And you don't have to use it all. Don't use it all at one time, expecting your hair to come clean or get rid of all the residue at one time. Just substitute it for what you're doing is for your other shampoo, maybe once or twice in a row, and then do your regular shampoo, and then again use it. Use it again the next month, a couple of times during that month. until your hair feels like, and you'll be able to tell a significant difference after the first time. Okay. So use it as you need it. And then after that, you just make it part of your regimen, maybe once a month, once every 2 months, whenever you think you need to get some extra buildup out. But your first time, you're really going to see a significant difference. All right. Ladies, also, if you're entering, okay, so I've been through, let me just scroll up just a little bit. Call me if you need to call me now, guys, because we're going to get ready to go. This was an awesome broadcast tonight. Do you research or ask people at the store? Okay. Tabitha says, love the ooh oil. Thanks, Tabitha. All right. It doesn't seem like I have any more questions. It's 56 of you guys still on here. Call me. I'll give you a few more minutes. It's 10:14. And what I'll do, I will break down this. What I'm going to start doing is break down this video. And like I said, I'll have where you guys called in. I'm answering the questions, or had a good conversation with somebody. I'll break it down in bite-sized chunks and put them on that specific page for for what we talked about today for coloring your locks. All right. So what I got out of this was Mahandi.com. And I think somebody recommended L'Oreal and Clairol as a couple of brands that they thought were very, very good. It's interesting that nobody recommended, what's the black line? Dark and Lovely? I've always, when I talk to other industry, lock gurus in the industry, they never recommended any of the ones that were geared towards the Black community. It was always the ones like the Clairol. Clairol was like the number one. L'Oreal was like number two. And the thinking behind that was they're going to put more time and effort into making sure that those products are, because they're for Caucasian women, that's going to be like the better product. And not so much because, we don't have products. We also have to, we always have to use what they put out there for us, and a lot of times a lot of research and stuff has not gone into more of the Black based products, okay, because they really don't care. All right, good evening, Locks, Coils, and Twists. This is Phyllis.
Hi, Phyllis. This is Sharon from New Jersey. Am I too late to call in?
You are not, because we're still live, right? You still see me?
Yeah, I can still see you. I don't see the chat anymore, though.
Oh, is it not showing up?
No, the chat. I don't see the chat anymore. That disappeared. But I use a completely different product that I've used for years to color my hair, and I've talked to you about it before, and it's called Herba Tint, and it's a vegetable dye.
Okay, hold on. It's called Herba Tint.
Herba Tint, yes.
Okay, and you get this from the like the health food stores, right?
Yeah, it's a vegetable dye, and the reason I actually reached out to you was what I was experiencing was extreme dryness.
Right.
That was from coloring my locks.
Right.
Which I currently don't. I'm currently unlocked, but I'm planning to go back. But I found that what I first used was just the regular mist, and I had to break that down with water to get results. And so you suggested that I try the ultimate mist, and that worked fine.
Okay.
I got the softness back.
Okay.
Now, earlier you had responded to a comment that I made to someone else. Someone had asked. It was Luana. She was asking about when to do the ACV rinse, and so I said, yes, you can do that, but do it in between your colors.
Yeah. You don't want to cut. All right. Let me just say this.
You don't want to use apple cider vinegar in your hair if you just colored it. Because stop and think about it. You used vinegar to color Easter eggs. The vinegar, if you put it in the same time as you dye your hair, it's going to lift your color.
Right. And so
that's why I was saying, if you're going to do an ACV rinse, do it the washing in between. If that's what you wish to do. I'm
going to even say this, and I'm glad you brought this up because this was one of the things I wanted to touch on with the clarifying bars. The best time to use that is right before you color, okay? But if you are coloring, or if you have a rinse, or if you have a henna, you don't want to use it at all because it will fade out your color because it's going to do what it's supposed to do, right?
Right. coloring my hair before I went natural.
Okay.
And I was coloring my hair before I was locked. I've had two sets of locks, and I had both sets of locks for a minimum of 6 years each.
Okay.
Okay, so the next time that I lock, which will be in the near future,
Okay.
long before this year ends,
Right.
trust and believe, my next set, I anticipate having those as well for at a minimum of 6 years as well. But I will still be coloring what I'm coloring gray.
Okay.
And what I found was that with this particular line, I liked it because it's a vegetable dye, and that's about as natural as I can get. And because I was coloring, my understanding was that I could not switch to a henna, and having no experience with henna, and I wasn't sure what the results were going to be.
Right.
So I didn't want, it's like, I don't want red hair, I don't want auburn hair. Been there, done that, don't want to go back.
Okay.
I just, I'm just looking to color my gray.
Okay.
So that's what I switched to. I found that this worked very well for me. The line is quite extensive, and it comes with a color chart in each box, so you can see the different things that they offer. They also offer rinses that are fashion colors. So if you want to do purple or blue or green or orange, if that's the thing, it's there for you.
Okay.
Additionally, on the box, they explain to you how to mix colors and which ones you should pick from which line, because they have, according to the alpha letter after after it was like, if it's like I've been used 2N, which is just brown, or 4N, which is chestnut, like in the summertime.
Right.
In the summertime, I'll switch to 4N, and what I primarily do is I go to the loose hair, because yes, I dye my hair before I retighten. So I'm concentrating on the scalp, but I have some left. So what I do with what's left is I take it and I will run it down the lock. And what I find is that when I switch to the lighter color, which is chestnut, it's still a brown, but it's not as deep as my natural brown.
Right.
It gives you a wash of color, and during the course of the summer, it looks like the sun did this.
Right. How many? It's natural. It's a natural look.
Put a little highlight here and there.
Right.
So the brown gets more enhanced, and it looks a little bit lighter, but it's not 2, 3, and 4 shades lighter than my natural color.
Right.
But if that is what you wish to do, that option is there for you, and they explain to you how to mix it, how to mix the colors, what percentage to use.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let me ask you this. How many boxes do you use, or did you use?
I only use one box, and I got a
really?
head full of hair. I got a head full of hair.
Most people, that's the mistake they use. They only get one box, and then they figure that they don't have enough color when they get halfway through the process. So I always recommend buying at least 2 or 3 boxes at a time. Yeah.
But now, the other thing that if anyone's going to try this, what they should know is that it does come with a packet that is a creamy conditioner. Now, with my locks, what I would do is I would put maybe a quarter size amount in there, and I would thin it with water.
Absolutely. And I've always talked about thinning any kind of conditioner with water.
Like crazy.
Yeah.
In fact, what I was using to wash and rinse my hair was in the shower. I used the handheld, because I knew I was getting everything out there.
Right.
And so that worked for me.
All right, let me ask you, did you, thanks, who is this again? I didn't write your name down. Sharon.
From New Jersey.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing, sweetie?
Right.
And you've been with me for a while too, right?
I beg your pardon?
I said you've been with me for a while as far as watching the
Yeah.
Now I know I have a client that recommended the Herbitint too, and I meant to share that, and I totally forgot if you hadn't said anything. Her name is Kathy, and I think she's up on my site with the spring locks. So if you ever go to one of the pages with spring locks, you'll see her. But she used her I don't know what her color is, but it's a lighter, like auburny color, and it's gorgeous and it's beautiful. And she gets it done, and they just do the you know, the new growth, and it looks very natural when you do it that way. I think you get the best results when you do it that way. And then, like you said, and this is how I used to do mine when I did color. I would color the new growth, and then I would run any excess along the length of it. Yeah.
That's what I do, because I figured, well, look, my money's spent for stuff here. I got
Right.
in the bowl. I'm not going to just throw it away.
Right.
I can't, I'm a sister working on the budget. I have to use everything up the way it's supposed to.
All right, well, let me ask you this. What's the deal? So what's the deal with the 6 years? Is that when you feel like your locks are too damaged? You want to come out there not responding the way you want to? What is that whole deal with the 6 years?
By the time 6 years has passed, my locks are like halfway down my back, and I'm like, oh Lord, this is just too much hair.
Okay.
I can't. So first time, if I had just had 2-headed dragons, that would have been all right. I could have lived with that, but they were like 5 and 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, I can't.
So what? Did you start off with sister locks first?
That's in my head. I can't. No, see, I didn't know about you then. I didn't find out about you until after I cut my hair.
Okay.
I cut my hair, and what I did was, I figured I would deep condition it and just play with it for a little while until I got tired of doing double strand twists, and then I was going to lock it again. Because my first set of locks was braid locks, and then my second set of locks, I said, well, this time I'm going to go to a professional and just try some traditional locks. You know what? This palm rolling, that's great for whoever wants to do it. It's not for me. Like, and it drives crazy. So I know that an interlock method works best
for you.
Additionally, what I found was that with palm rolling, there were a couple of times where I lost some locks where that never happened.
Right.
And I had started with my braid locks and using an interlock method. So
right.
That's what works best for me. So that's what I have to go back to. And now it's just. And the only reason my hair is locked now is that I know I have to sit down and I have to do it myself, and it's just wrapping my mind around the fact that I'm going to sit down.
Okay, so you're definitely a do-it-yourselfer then. Yeah, you're a do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah.
All right, Sharon, listen, we got to get off the phone, girlfriend.
Okay.
Listen, what were you going to say? Go ahead.
I'm sorry?
What were you going to say? Go ahead, I cut you off.
Oh, no, I wanted to know, I wanted to get this thing because you said that you were adding it to your blog, and I wanted the other attendees to know that yes, there is another option if you don't want to use the
henna,
the henna or the harsher commercial dyes.
Yes.
This really, I really haven't had any problems with breakage, and this was as natural a dye as I could find without actually like grinding up this black walnut gels myself and making a paste, or going to a henna where I've never used it before, so I'm not sure of the results. Whereas with this, I can see that I'll get the results that I want.
Yeah, so you got good color coverage, yes?
Oh, yes.
All right, yes. Very good. Absolutely. And so does my client. And I have a couple of clients that color, y'all. Don't think that I don't. If they want to do that, then we talk about the healthiest way to do that, which is what we're doing tonight. So Sharon, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you. I appreciate the information. And so the other big tip is going to be the what was it? The Herbitant.
Yeah, what I'll do is let's see.
Put the link.
I'm pretty sure I have a color chart. What I'll do is I'll scan it and email it to you so you can see it.
All right, cool. Actually, I'll probably just go out and buy a box, so next time I can show it, or at least put these recommendations up on the site. Okay.
Okay.
All right, darling. Thank you so much, Sharon.
Sure, no problem.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, gang, my voice is dry and tired, and I think that's going to be it for me. This was awesome. We got a lot of great tips. I hope you guys had a chance to just go through the chat, and I'm sorry if I missed some of your comments in here, but just go through real quick and copy down what you guys need to copy down. And oh yeah, I'm really losing my voice now. And also, what I would love for you to do, or you can always email me at videoloctician@gmail.com. Send your pictures there. If you're sending me pictures based around this whole color thing, still please send them, because I can put them up on the site. I would really appreciate that. And with you, the only way I won't, if you don't want me to use your pictures, I can respect that. Just let me know, Phyllis, You know, I wanted to share these with you, but please don't post them anywhere. Let me know that. But if I don't see that, then I'm free to post, y'all. I love sharing pictures. All right, so I think that's going to be it. And have any more questions? You still want to talk about color anymore? Or what I was going to say, if there's any topics that you want to, guys, that you want to talk about so that we can share them in this form here, please let me know. And when you send in pictures, you got to send them in at least 4 or 5 hours before the broadcast starts. And that way I can get them up. I'm trying not to wait till the last day. Because I'm doing stuff at the last minute. I can't put your pictures up at the last minute because it just takes a lot of technical stuff. Everything's got to configure. But I love doing this, and I love answering the questions. I love that you guys want to have healthy locks. There's a way that you can do that, and there's some great tips that we got tonight. So with that, thank you very much. I'm wishing each and every one of you a happy and nappy week. And if you have any questions, get in contact with me through my website, videoloctician.com. Leave me a voicemail there, or through videoloctician@gmail.com. And I'll see you in a few weeks by this method. All right, guys, I'll see you. Stop the broadcast.